Hello everybody, this is Dr. Mohan Kumar TP presenting it on business research methodology. Today I'm going to discuss, under that we are going to discuss the session number 39, tabulation, tabulation of data. See, the researcher is effective or efficient or dynamic. It can be analyzed on the basis of the way the tabulation work has been done. Then what do you mean by data tabulation? When a mass of data has been assembled, it becomes necessary for the researcher to arrange the same in some kind of concise and logical order. This procedure is referred to as tabulation. Thus, tabulation is the process of summarizing raw data and displaying the same in compact form. In a broader sense, tabulation is an orderly arrangement of data in columns and rows. Tabulation of data is the process of placing classified data into a tabular form is known as tabulation. A table is a systematic arrangement of statistical data in a rows and columns. Rows are always horizontal arrangements, whereas columns are vertical in nature. It may be simple, double, or complex. It depends upon the type of data which we are going to classify. This is a best example or a model I can say. This is an information gathered it from the respondents from the field. More than 5,000 responses has been put it in a systematic way with the help of Excel or we can also put it in SPSS software or many more software it is available today to tabular to get the tabulation work. See here all the demographic information we are able to see, the age, income, gender, place, and the entire information related to tourism. Which place do you like the most? Why do you like the most? And what are the facilities you enjoyed and what are the problems you faced? All this data, it has been tabulated in such a way that it is very concise, it is very organized, systematic, and logically it has been represented. And what are the advantages of data tabulation? It conserves space, reduces explanatory and descriptive statement in nature. It facilitates the process of comparison. When you want to compare between two or more variables, it is easy with the help of data tabulation, it's easy to compare. It also facilitates the summation of items and the detection of errors and omission. It's very easy. As and when you identify, as and when you get the tabulated form, it's very easy to check the errors and what all the information you have omitted and what the responses it has been omitted. And data tabulation provides a basis for various statistical computation. With the help of data tabulation, all your percentage analysis or the in terms of one way analysis, two-way analysis, and multiple analysis, all this can be done with the help of data tabulation. And simple data tabulation can help whether the result is positive or negative. Yes, it's very easy to identify with the help of tabulation. How data tabulations can be done? See, earlier researcher has got only one mode, that is manual. But now the researcher can use by hand, that is manual, or by mechanical or by electronic mode. With the help of this, the choice is always depends on the size of the population or the responses or the type of study, the nature of the study, cost consideration, then time pressure, and the availability of tabulating machines or computers, and most important one, the researcher exposure, researcher dynamism. What are the principles of tabulation? Every table should have a clear, concise, and adequate title. Every table should be given a distinct number. It must be mutually exclusive. The column headings we call captions and the row headings we call stubs of the table should be clear and it must be brief in nature. What the title we give, it must be clear and brief. With the help of the small title, it should be very easy to identify that. The units of measurement under each heading or subheading must always be indicated, because milk will be measured in liters. When it comes to rice in terms of kg, kilogram, like that, even the measurement must be mentioned, whether it is in liter, kilometer, milligram or gram, kilogram. It has to be indicated. Sources of obtained must be indicated just below the table, because most of the time what the information we get, it has to be mentioned where exactly we got it from this, and it's easy to defend, and it also helps to check whether the information is right or wrong. Followed by all columns figures be properly aligned, and abbreviation should not be mentioned there. It should be avoided, because what the abbreviation we quote, it may not be generalized all the time, and people may not be aware about the abbreviation, so it must be avoided. Table should be made as logical as possible. Table must be clear, accurate, and as simple as possible. The arrangement of the categories in a table may be chronological, geographical, or in alphabetical in order. Above all, the table must suit the needs and requirements of an investigation. Why I call this? Tabulation cannot be copied from other person or other researcher. The design, the format can be taken into consideration, but it cannot be directly copy and paste, because the tabulation will be done on the basis of the objectives, scope, and the vision of the research. On the basis of that, it is always customized. It is always requirement of the investigator or the purpose of the research. And with the help of the tabulation, systematic presentations can be done with the help of geometric diagrams, line chart, bar chart, rectangle diagram, square diagram, pie chart, pictogram, histograms. It's easy to identify just by looking at the graphs. It's easy to identify what is and what is what, and how is what, and what is the level. Everything is without much explanation. With the help of the diagram, we can analyze and we can measure. Major parts of table is, as we have already discussed, the title of the table is very much important. Captions, that is on the columns heading. Stubs, that is on the rows heading. Ruling and spacing, the space, what space is to be required, and whether it is alphabetical or numerical, it has to be decided. And items has to be arranged systematically. Footnotes, because where we mention the sources of data, or if there is any remarks, will be mentioned in footnotes. The sources of data has to be mentioned. Thank you very much for listening the session called data tabulation. Thank you very much.